Ever wonder why some people always end up in the friend zone while others never do? It's not about looks, it's not about money, and it's definitely not about luck. What if I told you the friend zone isn't something that happens to you? It's something you allow. The truth is, most people have the entire concept backwards. And today, I'm going to break down the 5 unspoken truths about escaping the friend zone that nobody talks about. But first, let me be clear. This isn't about manipulation. This is about understanding human psychology and the subtle dynamics that create attraction rather than friendship. Think about someone right now, someone who sees you as just a friend when you want more. Feel that frustration, that confusion? That ends today, because once you understand these hidden principles, you'll never see relationships the same way again. And more importantly, you'll never be seen the same way again. Let's dive in. Truth number 1, the friend zone is created in the first 5 minutes. Most people think the friend zone happens over time. It doesn't. The moment you meet someone, they're categorizing you. Their brain is making rapid, subconscious decisions about who you are to them. Friend, potential partner, someone to respect, someone to dismiss. And here's what nobody tells you. These categories are surprisingly difficult to change once established. That first impression isn't just about how you look. It's about the energy you bring, the way you carry yourself, the subtle signals you send through your body language, your eye contact, your tone of voice. When you approach someone with hesitation, with a need for approval, with the energy of "I hope you like me," you're writing your own ticket to the friend zone. I see it every day. People approaching someone they're attracted to with their shoulders slightly hunched, their voice a pitch higher than normal, their eyes darting away when caught looking, every part of their body screaming, "I'm not worthy," and the person they're interested in, they pick up on it instantly, not consciously, instinctively, because humans are walking detection systems for confidence. We've evolved to recognize it, to be drawn to it, to trust it. Instead, approach with the energy of genuine confidence, not arrogance. Confidence. The difference? Arrogance needs others to validate it. Confidence already knows its own worth. Think about someone you know who never seems to get friend-zoned. Watch how they enter a room. Notice how they don't rush their words, how they take up space unapologetically, how they make eye contact that says, "I see you," rather than "please see me." That's the energy that bypasses the friend zone entirely. Ask yourself, how are you showing up in those first critical moments? As someone hoping to be accepted, or as someone who knows their value? Truth number 2, attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. Here's where most people get it completely wrong. They try to logically convince someone to be attracted to them. They list their qualities, they become the perfect friend, they do everything right, and they wonder why it doesn't work. Let me walk you through what this looks like. You meet someone you're interested in. Instead of showing your authentic self, you start calculating. You listen to all their problems. You're always available. You remember their birthday, their favorite coffee, the name of their childhood pet. You become the shoulder to cry on. The dependable one, the safe option. You're building a logical case for why they should choose you. A resume of friendship accomplishments that should, in your mind, graduate you to relationship status. But here's the brutal reality. Attraction doesn't happen in the logical brain. It happens in the emotional brain, the part that doesn't understand reason, only feeling. You can't negotiate attraction. You can't earn it through friendship points. You can't convince someone to feel what they don't. What creates attraction? Emotional impact. When you make someone feel something, when you challenge them, intrigue them, make them laugh, make them think, you become magnetic. I've seen this transformation countless times. Someone stops trying to be the perfect friend and starts being real. They voice unpopular opinions. They tease playfully. They show passion for something, even if not everyone gets it. And suddenly, people look at them differently. There's a spark in the interaction that wasn't there before. But when you play it safe, when you hide your true opinions, when you become an emotional chameleon trying to match what you think they want, that's when you become forgettable. The friend zone is full of forgettable people who never took the risk of creating an emotional response. Are you willing to disagree sometimes, to hold your ground, to show the edges of your personality instead of just the soft, agreeable center? That's where attraction lives. Truth number 3, friendship and attraction operate on different frequencies. Think about your closest friends. What's the dynamic like? There's comfort, there's safety, there's predictability. Now think about intense attraction. What's that dynamic like? There's tension, there's uncertainty, there's a push and pull. These are fundamentally different emotional states. And this is the trap most people fall into. They build comfort before creating attraction. They establish safety before establishing intrigue. And once that comfortable friendship frequency is established, it's extremely difficult to switch to the frequency of attraction. It's like trying to pick up a radio station you're not tuned to. The secret? You need to establish both frequencies from the beginning, the spark of attraction alongside the foundation of connection. This means being willing to create tension, to tease, to hold eye contact a second longer than comfortable, to touch appropriately but confidently. It means not being afraid of silence, of letting a moment hang in the air between you. Most people rush to fill every gap, to make everything comfortable, to remove all tension. But tension is the current that carries attraction. Are you brave enough to let that tension exist? Truth number 4. The friend zone is often self-inflicted. Hard truth. Most people put themselves in the friend zone. They do it by not declaring their intentions, by hiding their authentic desire behind the mask of friendship. They do it by not taking risks, by waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. They do it by seeking constant reassurance instead of being grounded in their own worth. Think about it. Would you be attracted to someone who doesn't seem to know what they want, who lacks the courage to express their interest directly? This doesn't mean grand gestures or awkward confessions. It means congruence between your actions and your intentions. If you're interested in someone romantically, your energy, your conversation, your attention should reflect that, not in a pushy way, in an honest way. The most tragic part of the friend zone is that it's often built on dishonesty, people pretending they're fine with friendship when they really want more. And here's the irony, that very dishonesty is what makes attraction impossible, because nothing kills attraction faster than sensing someone isn't being authentic. Are you being completely honest with yourself and others about what you want? Truth number 5. Escaping. The friend zone requires becoming a different person. Now we arrive at the hardest truth of all. If you've been friend zoned, simply trying harder within that same dynamic won't work. You need to become someone different in their eyes. This doesn't mean changing your core values or pretending to be someone you're not. It means evolving, becoming a more confident, direct, and self-assured version of yourself. Let me be crystal clear about what this evolution looks like. It's the guy who stops responding to 2 a.m. "Can you help me?" texts and starts valuing his own time. It's the woman who stops laughing at jokes she doesn't find funny just to maintain harmony. It's the person who starts expressing their genuine desires rather than suppressing them to avoid rocking the boat. These changes aren't about becoming cold or distant. They're about becoming real, becoming whole. I've coached hundreds of people through this transformation, and there's always a moment of fear. The fear that by changing the dynamic, they'll lose the person they care about. And that brings us to the next level of this truth. It means being willing to risk the friendship for the possibility of something more. It means potentially walking away if what's being offered doesn't align with what you truly want. Because here's what no one tells you. Sometimes the only way out of the friend zone is out the door. I remember working with someone who had been friend zoned for years. He'd become so comfortable in his role as the supportive friend that the idea of disrupting it terrified him. But he did it. He started setting boundaries. He started expressing his interest directly. He started spending time with other people. And yes, there was conflict. Yes, there was discomfort. But for the first time, there was also clarity. When you're truly willing to lose someone, that's when everything changes. Not as a manipulation tactic, but as a genuine reclaiming of your own worth. The moment you decide you deserve more than the scraps of someone's romantic attention is the moment your entire presence shifts. And that shift is felt by everyone around you. Not just the person who friend-zoned you. Everyone. Ask yourself, are you willing to risk temporary discomfort for authentic connection? Are you willing to potentially lose what you have for what you truly want? The real secret to escaping the friend zone. After all this, here's the ultimate truth. The real secret to escaping the friend zone isn't about techniques or strategies. It's about becoming someone who doesn't get friend-zoned in the first place. It's about developing such a strong sense of self-worth that you naturally interact with others from a place of authentic confidence. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of small, consistent choices that gradually reshape how you see yourself and how others see you. It starts with ruthless honesty, looking in the mirror and acknowledging where you've been settling, where you've been people-pleasing, where you've been hiding your true self to maintain connections that, deep down, aren't serving you. Then comes the harder part, taking action on that honesty, setting boundaries that feel uncomfortable at first, speaking truths that stick in your throat, standing your ground when every instinct tells you to yield. I've watched people make this journey. I've seen the initial discomfort, the resistance from others who were comfortable with the old you, the moments of doubt, and then the breakthrough, the day they walk into a room and something's different. There's a gravity to their presence that wasn't there before, a certainty in their eyes. It's about learning to express your interest openly, to create attraction intentionally, and to walk away willingly when someone can't meet you where you want to be met. The friend zone only exists for those who allow themselves to live there. Think about that for a moment. Really let it sink in. The friend zone isn't a prison built by others. It's a compromise you've accepted. You deserve more than waiting in the shadows of someone's life, hoping they'll eventually see you as more than a friend. You deserve to be chosen decisively and enthusiastically. But first, you have to choose yourself. That's the escape route no one talks about. Not manipulating your way out of the friend zone, but rising above it completely. Look around at your relationships right now. Where are you accepting less than you deserve? Where are you hiding your true desires? Where are you playing small to keep someone else comfortable? Those are the places to start, not with clever texts or strategic distance or jealousy games, but with the simple, powerful act of reclaiming your worth. The choice is yours, and it always has been.